two members of the Victorious Curse.
Thank you very much, Riv. I am here with Voyboy and Z-Kent. Guys, off of victory here, 3-2 now. So let's talk about playing against Coast. So you played them just last week, did well there. A little bit of deja vu this game, another Baron Steel coming through. But tell me how you guys thought coming into this game.
So we beat Coast last week. We know they're good. They had an amazing run in their 2-0 day last week after starting 0-2, and we had like a kind of bad day where we went 0-2. But we know Coast. Like, we practiced against them a lot. They're the team that we've played against the most out of anyone. When we were both in relegation, just fighting to stay in the LCS, we scrimmed them, I think, like dozens and dozens of times. So we know them like the back of our hand. We just kind of predicted a lot of their picks, and we were able to play into it pretty well. I don't think that they are too much of a threat to us. I think they're a really good team, but for some reason, we always just perform very well against them. I think that's probably just an advantage we have.
Do you think that's just from knowing them so well from practicing against them? Like, why is it that you're sort of their kryptonite here, even though they're a strong team?
Honestly, I don't know. I think we just like have them pretty much figured out. I think they're all really good players, and I think that they are an amazing team. But for some reason, whenever we play them, we just win, and I don't really know why. Okay,
so Z-Kent, then coming into this game, you were talking to me off camera that the picks and bans were pretty much exactly what you expected. Tell me about this.
So we basically looked at what Coast picked the past last week, and the week before that. It's like we pretty much know like what they're coming in with. They threw the same bans out against us like before, like when we scrimmed them. They threw out the same bans against other teams, and it's just like we pretty much knew what they were going to throw out at us, and we knew approximately what our champion pool was because we played against them a lot, as Voyboy has said. And we just were really prepared for them.
So then coming into this and speaking about picks that you can prepare for, Quas has played 4 new champions in 5 games. So he's clearly doing some new things as well. Tell me about like what he's been doing to shake things up.
Quas is a really good player. He's very versatile. I see a lot of like similar qualities in him as when I play top lane and now I guess mid. I think that he has a really wide champion pool, and hopefully over the course of LCS we can just shed more light on that.
To show more and more of it. Okay, so let's actually get into a replay then of that Baron fight. You guys got them. You started at Dragon. They started doing Baron. Of course, they walked through a ward. Let's get that up on your screen. Z-Kent, actually, Voyboy, if you want to take us through it.
All right, so we had just started Dragon. We were cognizant of the fact that they could have went for Baron, and then as soon as they like motioned towards it, we just started running. We knew they would be pretty low because they're not that ahead. I just threw a Ziggs ult, chunked all 5 of them really low. Z-Kent came in with an amazing flash anti ult, and we just like started wrecking them. This is where the nerves kick in. Dominate just went for the smite, got it, and we basically killed them all. It was kind of a desperation play from them. I think they thought that they'd be able to burn it in time while we were doing Dragon, but what they probably didn't predict is how fast we'd be able to react and just cut them off and kill them. So I think it was a bit of a hasty decision, and it ended up working out pretty well for us.
Well, of course, congratulations to you guys. Z-Kent, I got a question for you, actually, about the bottom lane in this game, because you're fighting up against a top laner with Teleport, Zion Spartans Nasus, and you know Quas can't help you. How do you play an aggressive lane where you know it could be a 3v2 at any time?
There are times, especially with the Jax, there are times when he's going to be able to stop the Nasus from TPing in. Unfortunately, like that wasn't the case in the first kills. But we have the burst damage on our lane, like Annie, Lucian. We can like blow up one of their champions before Nasus can finish his TP in. So even though he was able to get in and get a kill, we were massively ahead. We got the kill onto our AD carry, and we spent Zion's TP, and Quas was able to get even further ahead in his lane.
Yeah. All right, so well done there then. I got to ask you then about some sort of out-of-game things. You guys have Coach Vicious in the background helping you guys out. What's he been doing for you guys?
Saint's around. He watches some of our scrims. He gives feedback if he sees something that he thinks is... like, he basically just bounces his ideas back on us, and sometimes they're wrong. Sometimes we take them into account, and it affects our play. But, yeah, I mean, he's a helping hand. People say that he, like, completely dictates, like, Dominate's jungle picks, but Dominate's just coming in, like, on his own fire. I think he's been picking up like Pantheon. We see it's been banned out like almost every single game, and that's just like of his own volition. And now we saw EU LCS playing it like so much. I don't know if we're gonna get Pantheon for the rest of the LCS, to be honest. But yeah,
I like hearing that when the picks come out and you're like, yeah, Pantheon's now global banned against Curse here. So looking forward. You guys have more games to play both this weekend and the rest of the season. Where are you guys headed?
Hopefully we're heading for the top. Like, we're working really hard, and we're looking really strong in scrims. We're looking pretty good right here, and right now we're aiming for #1.
All right, aiming for #1. Thank you guys very much, Z-Kent and Voyboy. Congratulations on your win. Of course, we'll see more of you throughout the season. Now, guys, we've got more coming up as we gear for our next game. Let's throw it back over to Riv and Chat.